In this lecture, you will learn how to connect Vapi to n8n so that it can read emails and speak it out loud. All right, so let's go to Vapi, go to Tools, create a new tool, pick function, and then in here, call it read my emails. Use this tool to read my emails. And then in the URL part of this, let's go to the workflow we created in the previous session. Copy that, paste it here, and we're pretty much almost set. I saved it. Let's go to the assistant we created in the last lecture. We literally pick the read my emails tool from here, publish it, start talking. If you go here,
Hey Mo, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Can you read my emails?
One moment. It looks like there are no new emails at the moment. If there's
let me make Vapi stop talking. So it will run, but this particular workflow, why did it stop there? This could be an issue with n8n. We can try it again. It will work, but it will fail in here, and I will explain why it fails. Let's give it another try.
Hi Emil, how are you doing?
Good. Can you read my emails?
Hold on a sec. It looks like there are no new emails at the moment. If you need help with anything else, feel free to ask.
Absolutely, I will do that. Meanwhile, can you just keep busy talking about something?
Of course, let's chat. How about we talk about your favorite hobbies? What do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Recording courses. Can you now read my emails, please?
Give me a moment.
Oh.
It seems there are still no new emails. Let's continue our conversation.
Wonderful.
Have you been working on
exactly the failure that I was expecting. So that failure of this blocking here was just a n8n refresh common problem. So why is it not able to understand the email? If we go to Vapi and then we go to observe call logs, you can see our conversation that happened in 1242, 1241. This must be the conversation. And then you go to the logs, you see some status update 500s, but that doesn't matter. But what matters is that if you observe the logs, everything went fine. What actually Vapi is expecting is a different payload. It's not expecting a payload that we are sending to it. We are basically sending back this kind of a payload output with a message. And instead of that, we have to send a different type of a payload. So click JSON from this respond to webhook. And then I will quickly copy paste it from here. The response JSON must be of this type. Results array object, this tool call. What is this tool call? This is basically when Vapi calls this webhook, it sends some payload. That payload is here, this tool call 0 and then this call ID. This call ID is a very important information because then it knows what is it doing with that. So let's get that one sorted out here. We can remove this old one. And now you can see that the call ID is going there. And then this message would be the message that we will get from our AI agent. We just drag and drop it here. And then basically we created ourselves a response that Vapi will understand. So let's save it, run it, give Vapi another try.
Mo, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Can you please read my emails?
Hold on a sec. You have received 2 emails from Imel Sayer. One title, test email title, test email body. 2. Test email 2.
Okay, so it just keeps reading the email for you, and then you can interrupt it, and then you can create more workflows around this to tag it, to move it to a folder. All the API calls that you can basically get from Gmail APIs, it's possible. You can do that with Vapi. This was the last lecture of part 2. In part 3, we're going to start vibe coding, and we will add a little bit more to this awesome tutorial so that you are equipped 100% by building a voice AI agent that has access to your Gmail inbox. But most importantly, this tutorial series should give you a very good idea of what is n8n, what is Vapi, what is vibe coding, and give you a spark of things that can be done without knowing coding. And I think you'll build an awesome tool. Please tag me on LinkedIn when you build your tool. I'd love to see what you're building. And don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, share this with your friends, and so on. That keeps me motivated, and that way I can keep producing more content like this. Thank you, and see you in the next section.